We have our friend Josue on the show tonight.
Hey, what's up?
And Gilmar, Andrew, Rambo. It's going to be a good show. We're here promoting the new album, Josue Lora. Did I say
Lora.
Lora? Say it again.
Lora.
Lora. Josue.
Lora.
Lora?
Yeah,
Lora.
with R.
That sounded like an T when he was saying it.
No
Lora.
way, dude. Yeah, this is a great intro.
Because I was like, why did you put a T in there? It's intro, like it's R in its name.
No, Lora.
All right, Laura.
No.
Yeah.
Josue.
Josue Lora.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be a banging album. Stay tuned.
All right, we can get started. We are starting, actually. We're recording
Josue.
already.
We have Josue on here.
Yeah, Josue
And
Lora.
we're recording right now.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, like, follow, subscribe, comment negatively or positively. Josue's all his links will leave in the description or in the bio of the YouTube or wherever you're watching or listening to the podcast. You can actually watch the podcast on Spotify now, which is kind of wild. The video's not that great, but you can watch it on there.
Oh,
Wow.
that's crazy.
And then Gilmar, what do we have anything? I felt like there was like a charity or something. We had something going on.
Oh, the St. Jude.
The St. Jude thing.
Yeah, we'll post a link in the description. It's a part of LBK, our gracious
LBK
studio hosts. Yeah, and they're doing a fundraiser with St. Jude, trying to raise up some money by April 22nd. So
For the kids.
for the kids, man.
Honestly, some charities you're just like, nah. But for the kids, there's no reason why we can't get behind this.
Yeah, do it for the kids.
But
Shout out to the kids.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
anyway, yeah, say less. Say less. Josue's here. I'm excited for this. Gilmar's over there. Dude, you came in these pants. you must be into fashion.
I had to work earlier, so
Okay.
and I was in Princeton.
All right. So you had to blend.
Yeah, basically. It
Yeah.
was like super corporate. So I pull these out when
It's like corporate pants.
That's what the corporate ride is.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not doing that for us. I hope we're not corporate.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I hope not. Yeah.
Okay.
I keep the Vans though.
Hey.
Yeah, those are pretty sweat too.
I have like one off. But
Yeah, well, what if he was just like, yeah, you want to check them out, and he just wung like it just flew off? That could have happened right there. Could have
Yeah,
kicked
right?
Rambo. Whatever. Is this your Instagram in front of us right now?
Yeah, so this is the production company I run, is Lora Productions, where we do a bunch of corporate stuff, and we also do a lot of music video stuff, documentary, a lot of experimental stuff. So this is some of the projects we've done over the past year or so, and then I also do a lot of personal stuff for myself since I'm an artist. So all of the music videos that I put out, my production company takes care of it.
Oh, no. Okay. So what would you say? So we all have a lot in common then. This was a good This is going to be a good episode.
There we go. You do a lot of things too.
We
huh?
might go down some rabbit holes here.
do
Sorry.
it.
Sorry, folks. What would you say is your leading medium? Like, are you photographer, videographer, editing? Like, what is your...
As far as film work?
Yeah, like, what would you say, what got you started into film?
Oh, so what got me started into film is my mom didn't let me go out anywhere. So I would watch like MTV and HBO like all day from when I woke up to when I would go to sleep.
Okay.
Up until I was like 16 and I could finally leave the house. So I always liked color and I always liked visuals. So, and then I always liked music. So the first time I picked up a camera, my first job was at a radio station because I liked music. So I would like rap with my friends in my attic. And then I always wanted a music video, and I wanted a music video that looked like the music videos I saw with the same colors.
Yeah.
And then I found out how much it cost, and I was 15 at the time. So I said, hey, I made $500 working this past month. So I went and bought a T2i and a nice 50 millimeter lens. And then I just started doing music videos. 6 months later, I started making them for my friends. And a year later, I started doing them for commercial purposes. I actually started filming real estate videos.
Okay.
So
That's how your commercial business started.
yeah, and then I started doing a bunch of music video stuff where I would charge like $150 at the time, but I was still in high school, and like $2,000 a month for a high school kid was like a lot.
Yeah, considering you doing it all on your own, you didn't have to, like, you weren't clocking in anywhere. You were managing it all yourself.
No, not at all. And that all came to be because I went for a job interview at like Taco Bell, and they said no.
Shout out Taco Bell.
Yeah, shout out Taco Bell. So then I said, oh, I need some money. It's summertime. I was 16 at the time, and yeah. So then one thing led to the other.
So you basically hustled to get a camera, and then once you had that piece of equipment, you know, you were off to the races basically at that point.
Yeah, I was creating my art. And then
how were you editing at that point, though?
My mom bought me a 2009 MacBook or something. I like bugged her, like super. She actually, I probably shouldn't say that, but there's this thing in like Dominican culture. If you ever lived in New York, like your mom, since you're little, they send you to the corner store and they say, hey, bring this to the numbers guy and play this for me, right?
Oh yeah.
So they give you like $10 and you go. So my mom won $10,000.
What?
And my birthday was like 2 weeks away. So I said, Ma.
You gotta strike. You gotta strike when the iron's hot. You know what I'm saying? Mom just came into money.
Take opportunity.
So let me get this MacBook.
So I went to the numbers guy. She hit, and then we went to Best Buy.
Wow. Shout out mom.
Yeah, shout out mom.
Yeah,
Moms oftentimes are when you talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, moms are like your original investor.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mom is my original investor for the clothing brand. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out my mom.
Yeah, dude, we should get like some sort of like legend piece for her.
Yeah, what a
Just
legend.
like a silhouette of her face or something.
The goat,
Just the Ma Dukes.
The goat.
The goat. Yeah. What are you doing full time right now? For the most part, are you doing music videos exclusively, or are you doing like real estate? Is it like, what are you getting into?
So as far as the commercial work for my company, Lora Productions, we pretty much do everything. A lot of corporate. Most of it is like really boring, but it pays well. So that's mainly what we've been focusing on. And then as far as music videos, I run an indie record label. So I've been directing them more, and I try to only do them for the record label and for some of the artists that I've been like helping develop and stuff like that. Occasionally I do a lot of music video work because to me it's pretty easy and it's like a lot of fun. But since it takes so much time, the budget has to be there for me to or I really have to like the song or really like you to even be part of it. That's like the one thing that I do that you either have to be paying me really well to do it, or I really have to like it because I'm so passionate for it.
What's like the range on a music video? Because I have no idea what a music video even costs.
So I would say if I was to do one,
I know that there's a lot that goes into it, obviously. So you could do like a lower budget one and then like a higher budget.
So I'll take my music videos, like the astronaut one. I think like if this wasn't the budget, but if we were to have put this out, it probably would have been around 25 to 30,000. And then out of my own pocket, I really didn't pay anyone, and I still paid like 3,000. So
this video that Gilmar just pulled up here, can everybody see that, Gilmar?
Yeah.
So this is astronaut one. You put a lot of work into that.
I didn't edit this. I think his name's Jeremy. I forget your last name, Jeremy, but shout out to you. But my friend Rango directed it, and then he got a lot of his friends involved, and then I just had to basically take care of all of the administrative stuff, like getting the location, suits, whatever, lenses, all the nerd stuff.
So do you make music too, or do you okay, so you do like all of the aspects of this? Yeah,
so that's how I started, because I would travel a lot. So I would write like poems, and then they became raps, and then they became music, and then I started producing, and then I wanted a music video for it, and then that's how the video stuff came to be. And then I opened up a recording studio, indie label. So those are like my 4, I guess, sources of income.
Yeah.
Passions.
That's really cool. That's really unique.
Pretty interesting.
I have a question for you. This is difficult.
Yeah.
Do you believe that men should wear skirts?
I think people could do whatever they want. Me personally, I wouldn't wear a skirt.
Same.
What do you? Hold on. Would you wear a skirt?
I mean, I'd wear a kilt, like a Scottish kilt, dude. If we were all getting dressed up for battle, I'd wear that and wield a sword under the right circumstances, but otherwise probably not.
Yeah, there we go.
Dude, look at this guy.
Stop
look at that
it.
royal as shit. That guy's rich. That's click on one of the like this the guy. Yeah,
Damn, $275 for a kilt.
let's see like one of these outfits here.
All right,
Didn't Kanye wear one? A leather one?
did he?
Yeah.
He might have.
Pick us up some bearded dude here. Yeah, just click on one of them. Who
It's
cares?
gonna take me to a fucking site.
I think after he wore it, a lot of people started wearing them.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Look at that prestigious
There
dude.
you go. See, that doesn't look bad.
Premium Prince Charlie kilt outfit, man made to measure.
Damn, a kilt pin? That's lit.
Yo,
Wait,
wow,
you
this-
get this
this could be
whole
you.
you get this whole drip for $275?
Said this could be you. Who said that?
This could be you.
No, but let's be clear. For $275, I can get like the coat, the purse, the socks, like everything.
Let's see. Yeah, the jacket.
Dude, we might be having a kilt episode.
This is a costume.
There you go.
All right, dude. We'll come back. We'll have Josue Part 2. Kilts.
His
I'll
legs
wait
wide
on
open.
Yeah, for the yeah, dude. We'll just sit up here with our legs posted
Yeah,
up.
legs wide open.
Yeah.
So disrespectful with it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Where Gilmar was telling me that you have like a studio
Yeah.
that you work out of, right? Where's that at?
It's located in Trenton, New Jersey. So it's right when you come off of Route 1.
Okay.
I think we're in PA. So if you take, what's that, 29?
Yeah.
Yeah, 29.
So it's like 2 blocks away from the highway. So it's close to all major highways. If you don't want to go into the city, you really don't have to. But yeah, I opened that up about 5 years ago. And then as of the last 4 years, I got a little more serious with making it a little more commercial and all of that. So I have 3 engineers that work out of it. And then I just manage it and then go do my own thing.
So the engineers, they're kind of managing their own clients, and then they pay you like rent, or do they work like exclusively on your projects? Like, what's the relationship like there?
They don't work exclusively on my projects, so they have their own clients, and basically we just agreed on the rate that they just pay me, and then if I have clients, I'll just give it to them, and we just work out a rate. So yeah,
Interesting, dude. You're like you're just freaking enterprising over here.
trying to retire by 40.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Retire and do what though?
anything I like, music.
You're not gonna retire.
I'm not gonna
How
retire. I'm
old are
gonna
you?
do less of boring corporate Princeton stuff.
How old are you?
I'm 28. I just turned 28.
By the time you're 40, you'll find some other shit to get into, and you'll be a madman. Because I'm halfway. I'm 35, and I thought I'd be chilling at 40, 45, and now I'm getting closer to it, and I'm like, no, what would I do? Like, what would-
I mean, when I say retire, I don't mean like stop doing stuff. I think it means more like the music video stuff is like a pure passion. I would like to just do that without having to worry about having to make money from it.
Nice. Do you get it? Are you into YouTube or anything like that at all?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I got to put the videos up on YouTube, but I'm not like I have like a love-hate relationship with social media
Okay.
because I feel like numbers and like views and algorithms manipulate so many things, especially art. Like a lot of people will tell you they like something just because it has a lot of views, or like a lot of people would wear something because the masses are wearing it.
Like skirts.
Yeah,
Yeah, damn women.
Dude, all these men out here wearing skirts.
there
Dude, I
we
saw
go.
7 men at Wawa earlier.
with
Skirts
the
are
skirts.
skirts are played out.
Skirts in Buck
Everybody.
County.
Yeah, they're farm dresses.
But that's why I like Gilmar so much, because Gilmar just wears what he likes, and it's still trendy, but it's himself.
I like making fun of Gilmar sometimes for shit he wears, and then knowing and then walking away knowing that he's still gonna wear it because he likes it.
I have a friend like
You know what I'm
that.
saying? He's not gonna, just because I said, "Hey Gilmar, why are you wearing a dress here?" He's still gonna be like, "Yeah, I like this." And then that's it.
My friend Moja's the same way.
It's hard to find people. You can trust somebody that operates that way a lot more than you can trust somebody that's like easily manipulated with trends.
There we go. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Gilmar's a trendsetter though.
Try to be. I don't know.
I give him
I
that.
feel like you're a bit of a trendsetter over here,
I don't know, dude. Who, me or Josue?
Josue.
Josue is a trendsetter.
I've never gotten that, but I'll take it.
Bro, no one out of our city is making videos like this. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, that was a fun project.
Like, no one's doing this shit.
Took
You know what I
long
mean?
as fuck.
No one has a studio. No one does this over there. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
you're a trendsetter, bro.
Listen to Gilmar, dude.
There we go. I'm gonna listen to Gilmar. You
He's
gotta make
gonna
a shirt.
He's your hype man, dude. He's got to let you. He's got to remind you that you're doing big things.
He is.
What other project do you have on here that you're super proud of?
As far as what, visual stuff or?
Yeah, visually.
So, you could do the Quién Eres Tú video, which was literally me and my friends drunk at the studio one time.
That just sounded nice to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what you just
Oh,
said.
Quién Eres Tú.
How far back?
You gotta go up.
Oh.
It's literally like, who are you? So
Yeah.
we were just bored at the studio, and we said, I think the conversation was, I think they said the same thing. Yo, you've done a lot. And I said, yeah. And people, like, some people still try to take that away from you. Like, who are you? So we did it in like this really trappy modern version, and then we hung out with our friends, and they smoked their faces off, and I directed the video, and we just had fun.
What like style of music do you typically make, or are you producing music videos for?
So I think this was like the first time we ever did like something that sounded like trappy or something, or as trappy if you can. But a lot of it is like a lot of like Afro-Caribbean influences mixed with like touches of jazz.
Can we hear some of this? Dude, we might need to.
This sounds nothing
We
like
might
that.
need to get like a new intro song. Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, this was like a really fun music video where we just hung out.
Yeah, it's just the intro, so I don't think anything's gonna drop here.
Yeah, you got probably.
Oh, it's not the whole song. Let's find the whole song.
All right.
And then Tiempo would probably be like a more, I guess, a song that more of the general public will like, which is
Okay.
also fun.
We're gonna have to listen to that too.
There you go.
I'll look for it.
And if YouTube flags me on any of this stuff, I'm going straight to corporate. I'll be like, I know the artist's guy. I know a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah, when I first started doing YouTube, I actually used one of Josue's video and one of Josue's songs in my video, and then they got flagged for DCMA or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, that's
DMCA.
Symphonic, the people we distribute with.
Yeah.
They have a partnership with this other company, Merlin, and they're like super on it. They're like really
Way on top of that stuff.
They flag my stuff, and I gotta like email them.
Be like, yo. Be like, yo.
Oh, that one was cool too.
Yeah, this is a good song.
That one was fun. It's hot as fuck.
So you'll fly someplace to shoot a video?
This was in Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Island Beach State Park.
So
yeah,
this is kind of like the flow that your videos, like the artists that you're usually working with, kind of have like this kind of. What genre are we listening to here? So I don't sound like an idiot.
No genres. It's just music.
I like that.
This is my best friend Peter. This is actually my song, and one of my good friends, Julie. She's an actress.
What is it like the whole aspect of what you're doing is really cool to me. What would you say you enjoy doing the most of all of this? Like, is it the performing? Is it the directing? The whole process together? What
Like
is,
music and film, or just film?
Yeah, I guess just like it seems like it kind of seems like you have music and film, but it kind of seems like you're integrated.
I've tried to do that for the last 10 years. It's been my goal, and it's been working.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like you're both.
Yeah.
You're representing both sides of it. So, like some people like to create content, but they don't edit. And then some people create their own content, but they really, really like the editing process. Like what is it in this whole process? Like what part of it is like if you had to do one aspect of this for the rest of your life, what would you do?
Oh, music for sure.
Yeah.
1,000%. And then if it comes to film, I'd rather direct than anything else.
Do you play any instruments?
Not at all. I feel like I do enough.
What you said you were 28 years old?
Yeah.
What's on what are you doing this year?
This year, I'm releasing my first solo album.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, all my albums were with this guy, which is
Peter?
Yeah, with my boy Notaje Peter. But yeah, I just finished it, and it's like songs that I made since pandemic started all the way till now. Okay. And then I had like 100 songs to pick from, and I picked my favorite 12, which was like the hardest thing ever. And then I had like this kid Mike. He He graduated Princeton, and then he went back home because of COVID and all of that. And then I met him there, and then he would come to the studio once a week for like 12 hours. And he played pretty much anything. He played really well. And these are some of the songs I made with him, where we would find like drum loops.
So you would bring him to the studio, have him play the instrument or whatever, kind of like, you know, you would have him set the vibe for that instrument. You would record that on loop, and then you would integrate that into your song at different levels.
Sometimes we just created from scratch. Sometimes I would like hum things, and then we would just arrange it. So I was kind of arranging it, and then he was just playing it. So we both came up with different ideas. I would say.
So you're kind of just like banging on a desk, and then he's like, okay, like I kind of see what you're trying to do here, like this, and then he'll play something against that.
Yeah, or I would just like whatever I wrote, I would say this is my idea for the hook. Do you have something that might complement it? Or I might say, could you just like have like just make it pretty, like throw some guitar chords, but just like, you know, just throw them here and there. And then he would like play around with some of the stuff. Or sometimes I would just have like an entire song made, and I would say, can you add something to this?
So when you're making these songs, you're using like a software program to drop in audio.
Yeah, Pro Tools.
Pro Tools is what you're using. What like your process, does it replicate itself the same time, or like that didn't make sense? Do you use the same process to produce music, or does it change from song to song?
It changes from song to song. It really depends on the mood I'm in too. Like for this one that's playing, this was Tiempo, and like one of the engineers at the studio, Alex, he like made the beat and he had everything, and then I said, hey, it's missing something. So I called Mike in, and he added the bass and guitar, and then I did the hook, and then I did the second verse, and then we finished it. And then I think we finished this in like a day or something. But there's other songs like Naufrago. Naufrago, that was like the one you just saw. I called in another buddy of mine, and we had nothing. I just said, hey, I want like an Afro-Caribbean sounding song with Dominican percussion as the 808, and as the hi-hats, I want this instrument called the guira, and I want you to implement that. And I want like chanting and vocals in the background, and I want this sample that I got from a live show we did. And then he said, okay, say less.
Yeah.
And then I said, and I want this kick on it. And then we just started building, and then like a few hours later, we kind of like got the vibe for it. And then we already had like our parts written. We knew exactly what we wanted, but we didn't imagine the music. So he created the music, and we kind of like guided him or arranged it or something.
What you seem like you're a really good communicator, or maybe like you connect people together really well. Would you say that?
Tell my girlfriend I'm a really good communicator.
Listen, I think we can all agree in this room that's probably the same for all of us. There is a lady somewhere that feels that way about every man, I'm sure. But do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
You grew up in a big family?
I grew up in the Dominican Republic till I was 8, and then it was like my sister and my 2 female cousins up until I was like 12. And then
so you grew up with women?
Yeah, all women, basically.
Yeah, see, there we got to the bottom of that really quickly. And they still think he can't talk. He knows the game. He grew up in the game.
But yeah, I try to just connect people, like because I like people just working on things. And I always like let's say I met you, and you might need somebody that, I don't know, maybe does video or does a certain element of video, and you don't know anybody, and neither does Gilmar, or Gilmar can't do it. I'll connect you guys, and then maybe one day that guy will connect me to somebody else, and then we just keep helping each other out, and the network just keeps growing.
Yeah, you started this business pretty young, though. Like, I mean, obviously, what it is today is like a really serious enterprise. I mean, you started much younger as more of like a hustling style business where a lot of us start. Like, how old were you? Like, you were 15 when you got your first camera. You're 28 now. At what age did it turn into like, this is a business?
I think I was like 19, 20, and I like hated the job I had.
Okay.
Where
were you working?
I was working out of college because they were paying for my school, so it was And then again, mixing the two up, they were paying for my school. I was working there, and then they had like really good film equipment that I could take out for free. So I took
Yeah, so you were kind of using them for using the opportunity for the most of it.
The film instructor told me, he said, "Hey, just keep taking my class, and you could take the equipment out. Don't come to class."
Yeah.
Because him and I developed like a really good relationship. So I think I took the class like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 times the same class just to have access to the equipment.
Because it was cheaper than renting it, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I was like 19, bringing home like $50,000 lens kits, which was like insane for me. And I told everybody I knew, I said, hey, just enroll in the class. It's a $800 class. It's like $800 to rent this for the weekend. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just sitting there and I like hated that job. It was like the worst job ever. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I just wasn't happy there. So I just sat there one day and I just quit. I had like no money in savings. I wasn't really making a lot of money. And then I called my dad one day and I said, hey, Dad, like I kind of like don't like working here. And he said, then quit. If you need any help, I got you. And I said, okay, but I knew I wasn't going to ask him for anything.
Yeah.
So I quit, and I think I made my...
Isn't that funny how that works? Like, mom's like your first investor, but you absolutely cannot ask dad.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just pride or whatever. So I quit, and the first month I made what they were paying me in a year. And then after that, I just didn't look back.
That's awesome. That makes me really happy to hear. But you had already, what some could say was like you maybe looked like an overnight success because like you quit your job and then you immediately had a good, but you already had, like, if you were 19, 20 years old, you already had 5 years worth of experience doing what you were doing.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of it also came, like, clients came from doing exactly what you said, connecting people.
Yeah.
Like, since I was young, I would just talk to as many people as possible that did different things that had nothing to do with what I did. And I would just ask them things or just talk to them because I was really interested.
Were you like the ringleader as a kid? Like, if you were you the kid that was organizing like the basketball game?
I played no sports. Absolutely not.
Yeah, you didn't like organize people for anything though?
Not when I was a kid, maybe now.
Because when you see like an Australian Shepherd and you're like, that dog's built for herding. Like, no matter what it does, it's like going to herd ducks. It's going to herd kids. Like, it's going to group people up. Like, you just seem like you have like this energy about you that you were kind of just like meant to fit into this.
Probably. I think it was.
And I'm
like
trying to figure out like where, like what happened here.
Oh, maybe I think it was like when I grew up with my grandmother, we went to church like 4 times a week.
Okay.
And then I was,
there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. Dude, the
Found it.
There we found it.
Yeah, there we go. And then I was basically at the top of like the class, and I would like help with like the preaching and all the plays and all of this. Yeah, so there we go.
Yeah, see, like I was trying to get to like where was like the beginning?
There we go, Grandma.
Of Josue. The beginnings.
Dominican Republic.
Part 1. Do you go back to the Dominican Republic a lot?
I used to go a lot. I used to go like 3 to 4 times a year.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and then I didn't go for 3 years. I actually went for the first time in 3 years, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, no way. You just got back.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good. Everything's a lot more expensive than 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think that could be said about everywhere you go.
Yeah, but I guess I was just shocked because some things were more expensive than here, and that's never happened.
Oh, no way.
Like,
so like before, even if things were... It was still cheaper there, even if it was more expensive here.
I would get $2 haircuts 3 years ago. I went back and haircuts were like $20.
Damn, no way.
Yeah, it's like grapes were like $11.
That's crazy.
I was like, well, how the fuck are grapes $11?
That's crazy.
So, and then everybody was like, we told you it's expensive. I'm like, you always say it's expensive.
Right.
This time you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was fun. It was relaxing. Got to hang out with family.
So you and Gilmar grew up together, or how do you know Gilmar?
Trying high, right?
Yeah, high school.
Yeah, there was this kid that looked just like him, and we became good friends.
I get it.
Yeah,
that was a good joke.
And we have known Josue since high school. He was always the I wouldn't say he was loud, but he was not quiet. So no, I don't know how to say it, but he were just you were active. You weren't afraid to say hi to people. Just from what I remember, you were always kind of like not the class clown, but you were the funny guy. You know,
we were me and Alex.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, you know, he started doing more things with media. I did too, and then, you know, sooner or later we started working together. And that one of the videos that we showed earlier, I actually shot one scene. I think it was for this one.
You helped me with a few videos.
Yeah, I helped him with a few videos, like cutting them up or just even filming. Like this shot, I helped him with, which I remember because we were just pulling frame out with that big ass camera. But it was just from then on, we just worked together. Whenever he needed something, I was there. He's my ultimate resource. Whenever I need something, Josue is always going to come through. So I appreciate him for that. So
yeah, I've noticed that. I've been working with Gilmar for how long now? 2 years?
Yeah, almost 3.
Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of different times that like your name just like popped up and just like random shit showed up from your studio. So I thank you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Where's this from?" He's like, "My buddy this way." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, "All right, whatever you say, dude."
Yeah, he talks about you guys.
He sounds made up, but that's fine, dude.
He's real, I promise. He's right here.
Imaginary.
He just showing up with all this random equipment from your friend Josue's office.
It's me.
Yeah, it's him. It's Josue.
We had to get all the way to like episode 155 before we actually knew whether or not he was real.
155 is a good number.
Yeah, I think we figured out whether or not aliens were real before that, though.
Are they?
Yeah, they're real, dude. We're to the bottom of this.
Dan, that would make it 100 episodes that I've been doing the podcast with you guys, I think.
Because you came on around 50.
Yeah, around 55. I think Collins was the first one I did with you guys.
Jurgensen, and that was 55.
Yeah.
And your favorite guest?
Who's been my favorite guest?
Dan, that's hard.
Damn, that's so hard. Geez. I guess that's hard to answer mainly because certain guests have been more impact and like they're impactful in different areas.
Mm-hmm.
I would say meeting Nick and Steve Service from Service Events, they're private chefs. In terms of like friends, they're probably the closest friends I have because of the show.
So you guys became friends after they came on?
Yeah, we're really close with them now.
Nice.
And then there's just been other people along the way that have just been kind of inspiring, or you leave here at the end of the night. Like if I'm not feeling that great, like going into the Thursday, Friday, being a business owner, you're just like drained.
Yeah.
Like I'll come and I'll leave the podcast. Like if I come here not feeling that great, I'll leave here like energized sometimes because the people you meet are just kind of like, you're just so...
Let's take over the world.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like that. Like I'm kind of like, what the hell happened here? Like, and you're obviously like, I went to church a few too many times as a kid, and now I'm making music videos and making music, and like thinking about that, how that like that journey and finding out like what made you who you are is like really cool to me.
Yeah.
So when people have like that unique story or uniqueness about them, and then they like play into it, or maybe not play into it, they lean into it. They're not afraid of it. Yeah. Those are the best guests. Nice. When sometimes you get people come on occasionally and they'll be like performers where you're like, this isn't real. This isn't the real you. And then you get people that come on and you're like, holy shit.
Like it's like a gimmick or something.
You get the vibe. Like this person's like doing stuff. Like
it's a real person.
You meet you're like, wow.
Nice.
Like I'm gonna get up early tomorrow.
Like, I'm gonna run through a wall right now.
Yeah, like 9 degrees tomorrow.
But then there's guests like Mikey. Mike, do you know Mikey Naps? We should try and link him and Mikey up.
I don't know him. He's a photographer from out here.
You would like him. Cool. But there's like just different people we have on. It used to be fun to have Dave Hermes on. A friend of mine. We'd get on and we would just laugh so hard. Like when he came on, like that's the three of us in the room would just like something would happen where you just get these, you just like start like those episodes were outrageous.
That's so good when you have like that chemistry.
Yeah,
and he's the type of person that'll disappear from your life for like 2 years, and then you run into him at a traffic light, and then next thing you know, you see him every day for like 2 months. So right now he's in his dormant state. If you hear me, Dave Hermes, we're here for you.
Yeah, you'll come back.
You'll come back around. I know it.
We miss you.
We miss you, yeah.
I guess, and then there's like a bunch of other guests that have just been really really cool. We're trying to build the website up now and like the email list and try and like link all these people together. Kind of.
You gotta do like a mixer or something.
Slowly over time. Yeah, we're gonna call it the mixer.
A mixer.
The mixer.
Yeah, and you're gonna perform.
There we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a room of like 10 people. And
So-
just, like, sway in the corner.
If we
It'll
do
be-
a
it'll be
beer
lit.
and wood, are we gonna call it beer and wood, or is it gonna be something from No Prisoners?
No prisoners. Mixer.
That's a good question. What do you think?
Dang, I don't know.
I kind of like the beer and wood thing
Me too.
because it started out the whole premise for beer and wood. So like a few years ago, I had a shop with a ex-business partner down in like the Southampton area, and it was this big industrial building.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on a stretch of people. Social media was starting to blow up for us in a small way, but big enough that it was having an impact on our business. And I was like, we're meeting all these people on social media, and then like we're meeting them in real life, and like it'd be cool to bring all these people together into like one area. Because like everybody's liking each other's posts, but nobody really fucking knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows each other. They're ridiculous.
Mm.
So I'm like, we should host a party, and we'll call it. And at the time, we were milling trees into slabs of wood. So
There we go.
we called it beer and wood,
Mm.
and that's how it started. We were just like, let's get a bunch of construction guys together, business people together, and drink some beer and shoot the shit.
I think you should do that like once a year. I started doing that like for New Year's. The last one I had was before COVID happened. It was 2019, and we're like, 2020 is gonna be the year that all our dreams come true, and everyone had like all these crazy dreams, and we were all super excited because for me it was like, oh, it's like the Roaring 20s all over again, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 months later it was like, shit. It's over.
My dreams have
Yeah.
evaporated.
And then after that, like the second year of COVID, I think I just threw like a holiday party and invited most of the people. So I try to do that like December every year.
Yeah, I think the original goal I had for beer and wood was like a quarterly thing.
Oh,
We were gonna do it
nice.
4 times a year. And now I think it's better just 2 times a year.
Summer and what?
I think it's actually spring and fall. Like summertime,
Yeah.
people are kind of like away. People are on vacation.
It's hot.
It's hot out. Like everybody's working late. You get them in the fall. You get them close enough to the holidays that it's not the holidays.
But they're still kind of like,
But it's like sets it's beer and wood. The fall edition, Gilmar, should be the first thing that start. It should be the new thing that starts the holidays.
Yeah, the fall edition. Yeah.
It should be like a few weeks before Thanksgiving,
flannel party.
like first week of November, after Halloween, like and we'll just like market it as such.
Hell yeah.
Start the holidays off.
Yeah, let's do that shit.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's something we'll have to like talk to like Nick about
Mm-hmm.
and kind of figure. Kind of everybody will have to weigh in on that, unless he doesn't care.
He probably wouldn't care.
That's all. That's why I was saying that. Like,
Yeah, Nick's down for anything.
He might just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Nick sounds fun.
Nick is fun.
Nick's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
He's funny. He's
Shout
so
out Nick.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out Nick. Shout out Abby.
Yeah, shotgun.
What are you working on? Like what's a normal week for you? Like what are you working on this week?
Are any weeks normal anymore? I would say this week I just submitted my first solo album for distribution, so it comes out March 20th, and then I've been working on all of the visualizers for it, just so that when it comes out, people have like something to look at.
So are you putting this through like a record company, or how's like what's it going? What is like for someone who has no idea what that's even like? Take me through what it's like to release your album.
Cool. So production and creating it is all like its own beast. So I'm past that now. So now that I'm done, the real work begins, right? So I own an indie label. It's called Colmado Music Group. I release my own stuff and 5 other guys' music, and then the studio serves as like the home base. So now that it's complete, I distribute it independently, and I use this company called Symphonic for it. I've been working with them for like the past 5 or 6 years. And I did it because I met him at a music conference in New York. It was the Latin Alternative Music Conference. And then one of the guys there said, "Hey, I like your music." And I said, "How did you hear my music?" And he said, "Oh, it popped up on Instagram." So I paid for ads, and I only targeted the hotel we were at.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
That's really smart. I did that
Yeah.
when we went to the Builder Show, which is going on right now. But when we went to Vegas, it was 2020. I promoted my Instagram while we were at Vegas to like the whole thing.
it's genius because they're gonna see it.
Yeah, you're there with your competition. I had people like walking up to me and saying hi. like, be like,
Why wouldn't you do
yeah,
that?
I'm a paid celebrity now, except for I'm paying to be a celebrity.
Yeah, it was like just like very strategic. So I
It's
said,
smart.
yeah, I said, why not?
So when you say distribute it, like what do they actually do for you?
So they basically put it on all platforms. There's a bunch of distributors. You can use like DistroKid, CD Baby. So they put it Apple Music, at iTunes, all that.
So they handle like the administrative process to get it on there because you can't obviously just like put it on there.
I think you can, but it's like it would probably take a really long time and be like super hard. Yeah, but yeah, they do all of that, and then aside from that, I also they help me market it sometimes. So
What does it cost? Like what does it cost to like pay a company like that to like upload this stuff for you?
with them, it's free. You could pay them like $20 a year. They just opened that section, and then I think before that they kept 10 or 15%. I forget the exact number. So.
Okay. So like if you're on Spotify and you've got 1 million views on a song, and Spotify is like paying you for that, they get a cut, or like
if that's what you agreed on, or you could just pay them $20 a year and distribute unlimited releases, and they don't get anything.
and they make money doing that.
Yeah, because they also offer different services. I don't use these services, but they offer like video production services.
So that's how they kind of get you in. Like, hey, we'll like take care of this, process that's not really fun.
Yeah,
and then help you out with this other stuff is like the bread and butter kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think they just secured like $1 million not too long ago to like help with that, and then they also do events and all of this. So I'm not sure how.
So that's a pretty small business as well too, like serving like kind of like a niche category, uploading music. Like how many people are?
It's millions actually.
What was that all about? Did you see that? Dude, Dan, this place is haunted, and Gilmore is our lead detective on the ghost hunt. So I'm kind of concerned. He's like looking down this hallway over here, like something just spooked him. I don't know. I kind of wish I was wearing a skirt and had a sword, obviously. So like the video right there, Gilmore, with the two colonial gentlemen, what is this all about?
That was like a corporate video for the city of Trenton. So it was, I forgot exactly what the holiday was, but they were basically like reenacting like one of the George Washington battles. And then my production company took care of like documenting it. And then this is what we came up with. I just thought it looked pretty cool.
So you paid all these people to like be in this? And like,
Oh, no, absolutely not. The city paid me to just film them.
Oh, okay. So the city got all these people together?
Yeah, this is actually what they do, I believe. Like,
Yeah, these characters.
Yeah, like that guy, like I think he just plays George Washington.
These colonists.
Yep. And then we just filmed it. And it was like an all-day thing.
Would you come out? What, like the Lora Productions, like what does that mean? Or like where'd you get that name from?
I couldn't think of a name, and Lora is my last name.
That's interesting.
And then we added productions behind it.
This is interesting.
We might rebrand it, but you didn't hear me say that. It's because I came up with that name at like a really early age.
Yeah. I saw your last name on the Google Calendar thing, and then I saw like the productions, and I was like wondering if is it just your company, or I thought maybe that like you had family involved, or I wasn't really sure.
Right now it's just me, and then it's me and my girlfriend, so she helps me with everything.
Would you're talking about maybe rebranding it for real, or was that just a joke?
No, for sure. I think I just came up with the name. I got like my first big client was actually the city of Trenton. So, and I didn't have like a registered business.
Okay.
So I had like a day to come up with a name and register my business so I could get paid. And I said, I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, Lora Productions. Okay, cool.
It makes sense.
So there we go.
Quick and easy. I mean, sometimes when your back's against the wall, spending time thinking about stuff like that's just not worth it anyway.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like really important to come up with a good name, and sometimes you just got to do business.
Yeah.
Right, Gilmar?
Yeah, exactly.
The town over here.
No, I thought about that shit.
I know you thought about that shit for freaking months. How do you feel? Would you consider yourself like into fashion? You seem pretty fashionable. You seem more fashionable than me.
My girlfriend says she dresses me. So
You got a stylist.
Your girlfriend's saying a lot tonight.
yeah, she is.
She's not even here, dude.
You're not even here. Shout out, babe.
And that wasn't me throwing you under the bus, babe. You know what I'm saying? Don't beat him up.
You're saying too much. But yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I am like super into it, but yeah, like, you know, I pick out my outfits and, you know.
You like looking good.
Yeah.
But you and Gilmar, didn't you guys do like a whole podcast episode on fashion?
Yeah, we were talking about actually how important trends are. And then Gilmar said they're important. And then I just said, I like when people just wear things they like. And then I think we agreed that when people wear things they like, when they're comfortable and when they're still trendy, that's like when we think like an outfit is good. Like,
so what are the parameters, Gilmar? You just got to be still cool, but not that cool.
Don't dress like the mannequin.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's
don't dress like the
simple as that. Don't dress like the mannequin.
See, not gonna lie, if I didn't have Gilmar in my life, I'd be mannequined up.
Like a real life mannequin, chill out.
What do you think of Gilmar's hoodie?
The new ones?
The black one that just came out. Not the new one that hasn't come out.
Oh, I think it's dope. I really like the quality. I think he spent like a lot of time just focusing on quality, which you don't see often from like up and coming like designers. They focus more on like trying to
sell product.
Yeah, or create some shit that's like gonna draw attention rather than like quality. And then a lot of times that shit is like ugly as fuck. And then I liked his hoodie because it looked really nice. It felt good. It's like a really good quality hoodie. It's not just like hype beast shit. So
yeah, hype beast shit.
Thanks. Yeah, no,
dude, that's a word. That's a phrase that like doesn't get enough attention.
Hype beast.
Hype beast.
Hype beast shit. No hype beast shit.
No hype beast shit around here.
Nope.
No. Nah, man.
I think that's the name of this episode tonight. No hype beast.
No hype beast shit.
There we go.
No, yeah, because I just came on because he texted me the day of. He's like, "You want to come through?" Because I told him I saw he did a podcast before, and I was like, "Yo, I want to be a part of it." So then he hit me up last minute, so I came through, and we kind of talked about fashion for a little bit and trends and just creating. Because you're a creative, so you kind of know what it's like to, you know, have to do things that are trendy, but also not too trendy, or just follow your own voice and don't succumb to the pressure of society to do something because it's popular. And do it because you want to, and not because, you know, you're being peer pressured into it. So,
is it safe to say that he's a builder?
Josue, hell yeah, Josue's a builder.
I'm a builder.
Yeah.
Part of the family.
Yeah, Josue's a builder.
We're starting a small club here called Builders.
Yeah,
and it's not like construction; it's like people that are building things.
Mm-hmm.
Sign me up.
Like Gilmar is a builder because he built the town.
I built the town with my two hands.
Yeah, the townie.
Yo, that's dope. Okay, I just thought
you felt it, the townie.
There we go.
Built by the town.
Dude, yeah, when Gilmar was coming up with the name, we were texting back and forth, and I don't exactly remember how the conversation went, so you can correct me. But Gilmar texted me, I was like, yo, how's it pronounced? Is it pronounced Town A? And I was like, I forget how I typed it, and you're like, no. His text back was just, no.
Yeah, he kept fucking saying townie. I'm like, bro,
Townie.
It's not townie. Chill out.
Town
You know, we were in the studio one night, and the guys were like, yo, I fuck with Gilmar's new brand, Townie. And I just looked at them. I was like, yeah, it's dope.
Didn't even correct them. Fuck you.
Yeah, but that's like people that live their entire life and like don't correct people when you say their name wrong.
Yeah, right.
I stopped doing that recently. Before, I would just be like, yeah, whatever. And then now I'm like, it's Josue. And then, they're like, oh, Jose. And I'm like, it's Josue.
There's a U.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the U definitely throws the gringos for a loop.
There's some people that like genuinely just like, they just don't get it. They're like, oh, what the fuck is he saying?
I would have been like, Hosu?
Hosu?
Yeah, what the fuck's this?
But there's people that just brush it off like, okay, Jose, and like go about their day. And I'm like, no, it's Josue.
Yeah.
They think they're speed readers, but they really need to slow it down.
Yeah.
Dial it back there. Yeah, who like name these people? Who's wronged you? Speak your truth.
Has to be mom. The Bible. It's in the Bible.
Yeah.
It translates into Joshua, I think.
Josue?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's in the Bible.
Damn, dude. But Joshua's a lame ass name.
Yeah, Joshua fucking sucks.
Josue's such a
There you go.
that's a dude that does something.
Some respect on my name.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna go get drinks with Josue.
There we go.
We're gonna talk about business.
Oh shit.
You're a busy man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
What do you keep a regiment or a daily routine, or do you kind of just wing it? Like, what kind of discipline do you got?
I can't live without like a written like a calendar or just like a notebook where I just write things I have to do.
Okay.
I don't have like a daily routine. I'm trying to like get into it because I want to get like into the gym and work like on being more fit and all
You
that.
want to get yoked. I get it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
The townie hoodies can only hide so much.
Exactly. Like summer's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
I'm fucked too, bro. I got 2 months.
But yeah, I just write everything I have to do down, and then like I try to focus on like 3 things a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a long time ago, I started doing one thing I like just for myself. It doesn't have to do with business, music, whatever. It could be completely random, like just watching a movie or whatever. So I try to every day do that for 1 hour.
Okay.
So
like, what did you do today?
I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna probably go.
I thought you were gonna you were gonna be romantic and be like, I came on this podcast.
Well, yeah, that counts.
We held his 1 hour.
Yeah, there you go. You held my
We're
1
his
hour.
special hour.
I try to do it by myself, actually. Like the one thing, like it's.
Oh, all right. Don't play me like that. Don't talk to me like your girlfriend, dude. I'm not her.
Yeah, but this is cool. This is cool. You guys are fun.
What? So you're trying to get in shape,
Yeah.
just because that's just. Were you previously in shape, or
I've never been in shape. I mean, I just gained like 40 pounds since COVID. Not 40 pounds. It's been like 25.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's 40
pounds.
That's crazy
40,
to say.
That's like another. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was like 150 in like 2018.
Okay.
I'm like 190 now.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah.
40 pounds.
That's
40 pounds in 4 years. 10 pounds every year.
Yeah, there we go. So that's like.
But
yeah.
that's discipline right there. You gotta like, his is like his weight gain's like a 401k, dude.
The thing is, I don't even eat a lot of shit. I just sit down a lot because I'm editing or like
You're
writing.
sedentary. You need to get one of those like treadmill desks.
I started just walking. I like biking, so I think I want to start doing that.
Yeah, just getting into some like road cycling or like riding on the canal.
Either or.
Oh my god, dude!
Like,
Yeah, off-roading.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah, we did
mountain
that.
bike.
Yeah.
Little mountain bike action.
Damn, I don't got a bike.
My brother-in-law has like 10 BMX bikes. He's like super into it.
We just found him on our bike,
There you go.
There we
dude.
go.
He's
So your
got 9.
brother-in-law,
He's got
so-
9 bikes now.
Got 9 of them, bro.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Yeah, Gilmar.
Where,
I
the
can see
fucking
everybody
Poconos?
pulls up on mountain bikes. Gilmar pulls up on like a BMX bike, like a Huffy,
With no brakes.
A mongoose.
with the pegs on it. Like pulls up with Anna on the back.
Yeah.
It's like, where you hate is that?
He has like these crazy bikes. Like one of them costs like $5,000.
Jeez.
And then one of my friends told me that. And then I asked him and he said, "Don't tell your sister."
Well, she knows now.
She doesn't know.
She's
If
about
you're
to know.
watching this, Melly, now you know.
We made it official.
Yeah, we did. Broke the news on the podcast.
Yeah. But they moved to Missouri. They'll be back to visit February 11th.
All right, then they definitely won't hear this.
Yeah, they won't hear
No,
that.
she
Nobody-
like watches everything I share. So if I share, she'll watch it.
Damn it.
Damn.
I thought nobody in Missouri ever watches anything.
I don't know why she's up there, but whatever. Shout out to my sister.
Just doing
Melly.
secret stuff, I guess.
Secret stuff.
It's her birthday Saturday, so happy birthday.
Happy
sis.
birthday.
Hey, shotgun.
Yeah.
But boom, boom.
Yeah, I can't do 2 in a row, but there's that.
We definitely need to update the sounds.
Yeah, the
Do you
sounds
have
are pretty old.
Do you have any suggestions for sounds? How many buttons do we have? 6?
8.
6 sounds.
8 buttons. What would?
What do you have? What do you have?
Yeah,
Alright.
let's go through the buttons. We'll tell Josue what we got, and then we'll see what improvements from a professional standpoint. 'Cause
Alright,
I think his input would be good.
Let's
This is
see.
the first one.
I like that.
It's kind of fairy. Crickets. We don't really use that.
Yeah,
one
we
much.
won't use that one. That
was
was
perfect.
loud.
Yeah, we gotta keep that one.
Jesus.
Maybe we should label. I'll bring the label maker in.
Yeah, just label them
Get
out.
you some
Yeah.
date, because that's probably what it is. You probably only know 3 of them.
I do.
What's that? I would get rid of
Machine?
that one.
Dude, what is? We don't need that one.
Yeah, that
kill
one
that
sucks. Why is that even there?
Expeditiously.
Perfect.
That was great.
Perfect.
That was great.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, so
And you have the gunshot.
that's kind of lame.
You need a bomb in there.
Yeah, the DJ
The Funk Flex
Funk
bomb.
Flex bomb. Yeah,
That he drops. Like,
yeah. We're gonna do that.
Can you YouTube what that sounds like right now?
Yeah, you never heard it?
you never heard the Funk
You've
Flex
heard
bomb?
it. You've heard it.
I think I probably heard it, dude. It was like a goal of mine when I was a young lad to have like a Funk Master Flex like expedition. We made the
that
truck.
first one is insane.
Okay, yeah,
We need that one.
Yeah. Insane bomb, dude.
just when I say something completely ridiculous, we're like, ooh.
There's a video of him dropping it like over 100 times on a song.
Yeah.
Like he's kept stopping the song.
Like just scratching it back, like just keep dropping it, or just pushing the button.
I think it was when Jay-Z and Kanye like announced they were doing an album and they dropped a single. He dropped like over 100 bombs or something, and it went on for like 14 minutes or something. I forget what exactly it was. Is this it?
Is it this one? Oh, Otis?
Yeah. 22 minutes. The song is like 2 minutes. He dropped like a bomb every 2 seconds.
Just dropped another one. This is when they cut up the Maybach.
Yeah. Song's legendary. Another bomb.
Get this man off the air, please.
Get this man off the air. This song is fucking amazing. When it came
What
out.
if he just had like his elbow on the button and just didn't realize it? Just kept leaning into. Boom.
If I was listening that day, I would have switched the station so quick.
Like, bro, play the fucking song.
Do you ever listen to the radio, like the old school radio, or do you listen to Spotify? Like, where are you getting your music from?
I listen to the radio. My phone has to like die most of the time. Now, when I drive to New York, like I'd listen to the radio just to see. I'm like, oh, what's new? Like what are they gonna play on the radio 10 times back to back, basically. And then a lot of the music I found like years before COVID was from going to like live shows. I would go to a lot of like indie shows, or I would go to shows where the people were like really big in like Central America, Latin America. And then they would like come here and have like their first show here, and they'd have like 2,000-3,000 people. But the night before they would sell out like a 50,000 person arena in like Argentina. And then I knew none of their music, but it was a $25 show, and it was a Tuesday and I had nothing to do. So I would go. So I found out of people like Carla Morrison there, Natalia Lafourcade, or however you say her last name.
I know all of these people. By the way.
I know you do.
Yeah, there you go. Vicente Garcia. Yeah, you know all of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide into Josue's DMs and just be like, put me on some stuff, put me on some music.
Yeah, there we go. This guy's really good. I got to meet him and actually film him. So,
has any of your music, like, have you ever performed your music in front of like a really large audience, or what's the largest audience that you've ever performed in front of?
we did Penn's Landing one time for like their Hispanic Heritage Celebration, and there was like, I think like a couple thousand people. And then we opened up a show for this guy named PJ Sinzuela in Philly. And like as far as like small venues, that it was packed, like it sold out. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then, so those two maybe.
Do you really enjoy performing live, or do you like enjoy the studio more?
I don't know. I like both of them. Also, like when we do shows, like the musicians we use are like really good. Like our drummer is on tour with FKJ now, if you know who that is.
I have no idea who that is. Should I know who that is?
Probably. You probably like him.
Do I know who this is and just didn't know who their name was?
Oh, damn it. Did G. AJ. No, I don't even know who this is.
You know who he is, Gilmore.
You sure?
Yes, I guarantee you.
What?
Go on YouTube. Put FKJ and
He almost came
Masego.
over and slapped you. I felt it in his
You know
voice.
who it is. Just put FKJ Masego on YouTube. You're going to know who it is.
Well, I know who Masego is.
You've seen this video. That top one.
This one?
Please tell me you've seen it.
No, bro.
Oh my God,
Oh,
never
this
mind.
is-
Oh, I've heard this song before.
Exactly. So you know who he is.
Okay, I guess so. I didn't know who he was, but I've heard this song before.
Dude, this is. I get into this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He plays a bunch of shit. The dude.
This is kind of. This is like some. This is how you set the mood.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's like
I need some good mood setting music. I've been slacking. Like the music. You ever get in like a funk where you're like I need to discover some new stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I've been in a YouTube like hole on guitar soloists.
Really?
Yeah.
Like who?
There's this one band called I think it's Polyphia,
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
and it's Polyphia, and they're the one guy, like they're one guitarist in this band. Like I watched this video the other day that was just videos of him playing, and it started when he was like a little kid. Yeah, that guy. It started when he was just like a little kid, and then up until now. And he's such an insane artist that like you watch like this is him at age 14. This is him at 15. Like, and you just see how good he's starting to get at that age. And now you look at him now and he's just like, what? And then you start to see the tattoos pop up in the video.
What's this guy's name?
I forget what this guy's name is. Tim something.
Henson?
Where's he from?
I have no idea. Like he fucking slaps.
Yeah, my friend.
And it's not sped up. Like his hands are like literally moving that fast.
My friend Mike that came to the studio like all last summer. This is all we would do.
Yeah, just jam.
Sometimes he just wanted to play. Like I would just let him do his thing, and I would like sit back.
It's really cool. I know a guy that can play like that can't like read me. Like he literally plays from hearing. Like he knows what he likes to hear, and that's what he plays.
True musician.
Yeah, he was a high school Spanish teacher and married this like Colombian lady, and she never moved to America, but they got married. It's almost like she's just like he just goes to Colombia, visits her. I'm like, what is this story?
Fire.
You're really good at guitar though.
You ever been to Colombia?
I've been to Colombia.
Which part?
I was in Cartagena.
Nice.
Yep.
I went in May, and they almost stole our car.
Yeah, that's a trip in Colombia for you.
Yeah, shout out to Colombia.
The Colombia is it's an amazing place.
Yeah, it
I
was
really
fun.
enjoy it
It was
there.
fun. I had fun.
Cartagena is really cool because it was built. I forget what cent. I think it was like built in the 1600s or 1700s. But the reason they walled it off the way it was constantly getting robbed by pirates. And I think when I was there last in, I don't know, 2015, I guess, 2014 maybe, they estimated that the walled part of the city of Cartagena, they spent $17 billion in 2014 dollars back in the 1700s.
Holy shit.
That's like think about like that
Yeah.
that's insane money just to protect the city from pirates. I don't remember exactly how much it was, billions of dollars. I'm thinking
They
dude,
probably could have just paid the pirates.
the
to
whole
stop running.
For real, seriously.
yeah. How about you guys just protect us for $1 billion here? Cool it off.
You're gonna save us some money.
Yeah, and it was a really cool place. You had to read. It's one of the probably the 5 countries I've been to that you really had to pay attention to everyone. You kind of had to make sure you were paying attention. Whereas some countries you can kind of relax a little bit more in, and some countries you gotta be fucking ready. You gotta be ready at all times, and that's how Colombia was. Morocco was a lot like that too.
All right, we're not going there either. All right.
Yeah.
Yo, Mark, keep a list.
Yeah, I'm writing it all down, bro.
Yeah, Cartagena was cool. I think this happened in Cartagena. I had people kind of chase me. I picked up on them
no way.
But this story, it's not that. It doesn't. It turns out kind of weird. But people from a while way back. I was like, dude, why do those people feel like they're just getting closer and closer and closer? And then we started like walking around like the older part of the city where there really wasn't anybody around. There's like antique shops and different things. So like eventually, these people catch up with us, and I was like, yeah, they were trying to catch up with us. And then like eventually they catch up after you realize they are trying to catch up, and they wanted to like interview me because of my tattoos. Because like where we were, like there's nobody, like tattoos aren't really that big there. And like I guess I had like a sleeveless shirt on or something. They could see like my chest and one shoulder at the time. And they wanted to like, they were like college kids that like were doing a documentary, and they're like, dude, we're having the hardest time actually finding people that like want to talk, like, because I guess the level of the art there wasn't the same as it was in like the States. And I was like, this was a way not the conversation I thought we were going to have right now.
So do you have tatted?
On this arm, I just have like the two-headed lady. She's like a demon when you flip it this way, and then it's like a lady. And then I've got
that's dope.
Got like this Grim Reaper dude under here. Got the lion going. Little wolf snake action.
You ever get scared looking at your arm?
So yeah, sometimes like I'll fall asleep on my arm and wake up and be like, what the nah, that didn't actually happen. One time though, like when I first started doing like my arm, I did like I was just going through like I was having an emotional day. And I came home and I was looking down on my arm and I'm like, oh, this shit's permanent. Like, I'm fucked. Like, but then I was like, whatever, actually.
It is what it is.
You agreed to this. Like, but like for like a brief second, I was like, oh, what did I do?
This is too much.
But yeah, then it was whatever. But you have any tattoos?
I don't have any. I'm like scared of needles.
Oh, no.
Low key, yeah.
We should bring, is he a good person?
Josue? Yeah,
should we
he's
bring
a
him
great
in?
person. Yeah.
Should we get him tatted up?
If he wants to.
Let's see.
It's 5 minutes, doesn't hurt at all.
Sorry, Grandma.
What are you doing? Like, do you work mostly like during the weeks, or like are you working on the weekends?
It depends, really.
So like this weekend, are you working?
I have some edits to catch up on, so
Okay.
I'll probably do that, and then I'll probably finish working on my attic, which is like a side project.
Yeah.
So
You're just doing a renovation.
well, we bought a house and we gutted it. And
Congratulations.
yeah, so we're here. Builders. What is it?
Yeah, we're building.
OBK.
LBK.
Design build.
Yeah. So I think
Go show you some kitchen hardware downstairs.
Yeah. Right.
yeah, there we go. I wish I would have came here 8 months ago.
No, this is expensive. Like,
Governor's like, I don't know if you want to talk to these guys.
I would have got a tattoo first, you know.
yeah.
That doesn't get the price down.
Now you know. We could have went to Cartagena.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude. I'd go to Cartagena with you guys.
Yeah, go to Colombia in exchange for a kitchen or an attic.
Yeah, I was supposed to go. I wasn't supposed to go. I had an opportunity to go, and I really wanted to go to Argentina in March or April. One of my good friends is getting married, and her husband's from Argentina, and we got invited to the wedding. And yeah, dude,
What is that?
is that the blade? Yeah,
Sick
dude,
blade.
you feel powerful with that, don't you?
I need one of those.
Yeah, we can get you hooked up. But I was supposed to go to Argentina, and it just, with all like the stuff with work and different things that are going on, I just like couldn't make it happen. But I really want to start getting back into South America or Central America as well. The Europe, I think Europe's played out. Everybody's like, we're going to Europe, we're going to Italy. I'm like, there's so much shit to do down in.
It's also way cheaper.
Yeah, well, there's that too. Except for Dominican Republic, apparently grapes are fucking $11.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was still. I'm from there, so.
How long did you go?
It was only 4 days. It was like the shortest trip I've
4 days?
Yeah.
I mean,
long story.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it was a long story. I actually ended up buying my ticket on like Thursday and going Friday.
Nice.
And I was back by Wednesday.
Was it like a fun trip, or was it just
It was actually one of the most fun. It was family related, but it was like one of the most relaxed trips because I went for such a short period of time. I was just like, oh, here's my spending money. Let's go do all these things in these 4 days.
And it was just like more of an adventure than it was like a vacation.
Yeah, so because usually I'll go for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, making sure grandma's good and buying all new appliances and dumb shit, which I don't feel like doing. So that's like what most of the trips used to be, just taking care of the house stuff.
A lot of your family's like still down there?
Well, my grandma and my 3 uncles and their families. So I grew up with them. So it was just my grandma and my 3 uncles. So yeah, they're still down there. And then everybody else lives here. And then my dad goes all the time. So most of his family's from there, but we're not that close. But
Gotcha.
mainly my grandma and my 3 uncles. That's who I go visit.
What do you have, like, I guess, and then what do you like, what's your next project when you get like your next big project after this whole album thing gets released and everything like that? Like, what are you going to start up next?
After this, I don't know. Probably just keep working on music and seeing where it takes me. Probably try to tour more, try to perform more, and just create art, whether it's visual, whether it's music. Just create, just have fun with it. And then I want to travel a lot more.
Yeah.
And then
what kind of like, when you're creative like that, you tend to kind of want to try new things. What's the next, like, what has your eye right now? Like, what's like the next kind of cool thing you want to try? Like either art wise or video, or like maybe you want to start like painting. Like what
completely separate from anything.
I mean, yeah, like anything. Like what new thing do you want to like?
I want to get into real estate investing.
Okay.
That's like business stuff. That's like, I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Ever since because I started filming real estate videos. So I learned a lot, and it was always something that like
that makes sense.
Intrigued me.
Yeah, because you got an appreciation, and like you put those relationships in place, and kind of saw that lifestyle. That's the cool thing about video and content creation and photography and things like that, is you kind of get an opportunity to capture, depending on what you're doing, obviously, but if you're doing it for businesses, you're getting a chance to like intimately know someone's business. If you're making a video or you're taking, pictures of them regularly, like Gilmar came on with us in construction land, not really knowing like that much, and then made videos and content related around what we were doing. So it kind of is interesting to see how much knowledge you gain from that. So it only makes sense that like if you're doing real estate videos, that like you're going to pick up stuff along the way. You're like, this is interesting business.
Yeah, I would like travel with them and like see all the deals they were making, like, and then I would see the numbers and all of that. So,
are there any other businesses that you do content for that intrigue you, like restaurants or like jewelry or anything like that?
Probably not. I think the closest would be like fashion, just because I like design all like the merch for the label. So, and then I always ask Gilmar, actually, I'm like, hey, what do you think of this design?
Yeah.
And then he's like my ultimate resource when it comes to that. So I would say that, and then everything else is just film, audio, studio stuff, real estate. I don't think anything else like as of now is like something that I'm like, oh, I want to learn that.
I think we have everything at our disposal, Gilmar, to do a fashion show.
There we go.
Fashion show? Yeah, possibly. Kind of want to give it a little, a little bit of time before I do any of that.
Down the road.
Yeah, down the road for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm quite there yet.
Town with the cowboy boots.
Yeah, there you go. That should look fire.
Yeah, dude. Just some like a town hoodie and a kilt and some boots.
Yo, that's actually pretty fire. That would look dope as hell.
Yeah, dude, with like some Glocks.
Yeah, some
like
bandoleros.
holsters or something.
Yeah.
Strapped up.
Maybe like a beret.
Not a beret.
And one of those cigarette things that like holds the cigarette for you. Like real far out.
I know exactly
like
what you mean.
Cruella de Vil type thing.
Yeah,
there
we could
go.
do that.
Like a classy broad.
A classy broad.
Have you ever like photographed or got into like cars or anything like that?
Yeah, I photographed one recently. My barber's like super into cars. I think he just sold a Supra.
Okay.
And then
he had a Supra, like
yeah.
an older one?
Yeah, he had like
Jesus Christ.
the one they used in what was it?
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, he had the same one.
The Bible, you mean?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So he had a red one.
Oh my God. He probably sold it for a fair penny.
Yeah, so he's like super into it. I think he's opening up a shop in Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
So he might transition from like being a barber to doing that, or from what he says, those are like his. So yeah, anything car related, I like talk to him about.
What resources, like, where are you learning or like improving your skills at right now? Like, are you watching YouTube videos? Are you watching how other people are producing their content and like realizing how they're doing it? Like, where are you getting inspiration for your stuff?
I'm just watching things and talking to people.
Yeah.
So I feel like I came to a point where like I've learned a lot. Of course, I still have a lot more to learn, but I've just been like creating and watching different things or just talking to people, and traveling. Like a lot of like my ideas come just from talking to people like you, or just seeing different things, seeing different colors, or going to museums and stuff, just seeing like, oh, that color will look good with this if I film this like that, or if I use this backdrop, or if we use this piece for the model, or if I wear that piece for one of my own videos or something, it might, I don't know, create this emotion or something. So just talking and traveling, because I feel like the technical aspects, I've already learned that. And then everything else as far as content, that's like a whole new world. So I usually like, I'll ask people like Gilmar, or I'll ask, I have a friend Moja, and I'll say, hey, what's trendy now? What's like the popular thing? What are people doing to like get seen out there? Just because that's something that I'm not like super into. I'm not like super into whatever, getting social media famous and all of this, because it's so time consuming for me. And that actually stresses me. For me, it takes away from like creating the art. So I try to like, sometimes I'll just throw my phone, like if I don't have like anything, like if I'm working on like music, I'll try to just put my phone aside and like just create the art or create what I'm making. And then just because I wear so many hats.
That's really profound that you know, or you have like that discipline to recognize that like if you focus on what you're doing, it like is better.
Yeah, it's just because I had to, because I do so many things. Like everyone's like, how do you do so many things? And I'm like, well, sometimes I have to stop doing so many things and just focus on the one thing. Especially with creating, I just like to create. So
do you feel like you kind of have like a lot of little parallel, like you have a lot of little projects going all at the same time, and then at any one time you kind of have like the project you're focused on directly. You have this one over here that's kind of like on deck that you're like thinking about, like probably when you're taking a shit or something like that, or when you're driving, you're like, oh yeah, I got that idea, but I'm going to keep that over here. Like I'm going to stir it until it's ready to be put over here. Are you that disciplined, or does it flow organically?
No, for sure. I do that. I give things time to rest. So like if I create something, if I make a song, if I make a video, and I have like, the luxury of having like a longer deadline, I try to deliver it before the deadline, but I try to give it like a few days to rest. Maybe it might look great right now, and then 3-4 days I'm going to completely hate it. That always helps because I get to see it from like a new perspective.
That's like an interesting idea, like giving things time to rest. Gilmar, do you do that?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, whenever I create something and, I take a look at it. Sometimes if it needs to be, if I have a certain deadline, it doesn't have to be days, but it can be hours where I set it aside and I come back to it and I'm like, I don't like the way that looks. Or I would watch something that would be similar to that, and I see how mine could be better based on what I'm watching now. So yeah, comparing or giving things time to rest is usually the way I do it. Just like with the campaign shots that I shot, when was it, last weekend? I haven't released those yet because I keep waiting and looking at them, and I keep making changes. I keep re-editing photos. So yeah, all the time. I think as a creative,
there's not too much time.
Yeah, not too much time, but as a creative, I feel like you should give that time to let it set and rest, and then go back to it and see what you can change, because we're never really satisfied with what we're doing.
I think that like I need to perhaps be better at doing that then, because it sounds like what you're instinctively giving rest to, I'm giving rest to out of frustration. Like if I'm like editing the show or something like that, like I've gotten it down now where like that's a bad example because like I kind of have my system and I turn it out very quickly.
Yeah.
But like say I'm trying to make a new clip, or like now I'm like I have that system, so now I'm trying to like edit the clips and the reels and like throw some flair on them and like get into that level of the editing. And like that's where I'm like trying to do shit and like I'll work on something or try and figure it out until I'm just like, dude, I'm fucking smash this computer. And that's when I get up.
Yeah.
Is that how it is for you, or
No.
you're getting up way before that point?
It's before that point. I rarely get frustrated when I'm creating. It's more so my mind is, okay, I think we've done enough for today. Let's give it a rest. Or just for this moment, give it a rest, come back to it.
So it's kind of important to know, like, know yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
To know that, be like, hey, like, I put in, like, good movement here. Like, I lit it out. Like, now I need to, like, refill my tank so that I have, like, the creativity can flow again.
Yeah, you don't want to burn yourself out.
That's what we're kind of talking about.
Yeah, I also, like, say I leave, like, 15 to 20% room for, like, just normal life stuff. Like, if I'm, like, let's say my deadline is Sunday and today's Thursday, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get it done by Friday, right? But somebody will call me, like, let's go to this show. Or, like, let's go to this podcast, or let's go to this meeting. I'll say, I used to say, no, I can't. I have this project to do, and I have to get it done by tomorrow when the deadline is Sunday. So what I started doing is I just said, okay, cool, let's do it. Like, I have the time. If I have the time, I will go do it. And doing that helps me because now I, again, meet different people, and I might learn something new. They might teach me something, or I might see something.
And then you come back to that whatever you're working on, like, refreshed.
And I do it faster. Like, I'm like, oh, this is what I was missing this whole time. Or this is the piece that I had to put here.
You kind of have to trust that there's, like, until you're in that environment and, like, you've done that a few times, there's a lot of trust in yourself there to, like, be like, you said, like, when he responded to that, he's like, oh, well, I'm going to do it faster. Like, he knew, like, there was no question that he knows that. But for someone that, like, doesn't know that, like, that's probably really hard to kind of get into that, like, I trust that, like, I'll get this done on Sunday.
Yeah.
Everything falls in place. Like, of course, it's discipline. Like, you know you're going to get it done. I know how I work. I know myself. But everything comes to place. Everything falls into place. When people ask me, like, oh, how are things? I was like, life is great. I woke up today. Life is great. Like, I could have had, like, the shittiest day yesterday, but everything works out how it's supposed to be. Like, there's no need. Like,
we could all have died from coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly.
96% death rate.
Could have been like the rapture or something.
Yeah, dude.
And we're the ones that stayed behind.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Good theory right there.
Dude, that's
So we're fucked regardless.
Yeah, we're fucked. It's all good. Make the best out of it.
we would, yeah, but, like, then you would know. And then you're like, all right, now I can just be me.
Yeah, there you go. I can be myself now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gilmar's evil as shit inside, dude.
What the fuck?
Townie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's trying to rile you up.
I'm about to fucking run through a wall right now. No, I think, that just comes with knowing yourself and doing the work for so long. You just kind of develop that skill of knowing when to let go or when to walk away and come back to it.
But that's like a type, like, if you're a type A type person, I think it would be hard to look at somebody that's creative and kind of understand that, like, they're taking a break right now to recharge their creativity. Because, like, type A or, like, people that are doers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just kind of, like I'm kind of, like, in both worlds. Like, I feel like that's how I used to be, but I'm creative, though. And now I'm learning to, like, embrace my creativity.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to be the type A person until I realized that's not who I was. So sometimes I have to, like, be like, oh, like, that's not how it actually works in the real world. Like, you just hammer it until it works. Like, no, like, eventually you got to stop. So sometimes, like, I appreciate people that are, you know, on their success path like you, but also know, like, hey, like, it's not always like go.
I learned that the hard way, like
Yeah.
the very hard way. And everyone's different. What might work for me might not work for you. That's why when I see, like, a lot of, like, these, like, I guess, life coaches, everyone is different. Like,
Yeah, the life coaches. Jeez.
Fucking life coaches.
I'm like, you know, what might work for one person might not work for the next. So I don't know. For me, it was just
I would say that you could be a life coach.
I would probably run your life.
Clip it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, whatever. I just share my experiences.
That'd be funny if like that's what your business was called. Ruin Your Life.
Yeah, Ruin Your Life LLC.
Ruin Your Life
Records.
Records.
I'll give you the best idea ever.
Yeah, right here. Ruin Your Life instead of Lora Productions.
Ruin Your Life. There we go.
Yeah.
Dude, did we just come up with a company name?
Yeah, new
I
company
think
name
so.
for you.
Run Your Life
Ruin Your Life.
Media. Run Your Life Media.
Yeah, media. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, because if you don't add media, they don't know you're a media company.
No,
you
so
gotta
like
do that.
employees of your company would be life ruiners.
There we go. Life ruiners. There we
Yeah.
go. I feel like everyone should kind of like
Ruin
their
someone's
life.
life once in a while.
ruin their own life like at least once. Get away, like get out of being comfortable and like just like do something you always wanted to do, because so many people are like scared, and they're mostly scared about money.
Yeah, well, like that's a cool brand name, Ruin Your Life, because like you think you're gonna ruin your life,
You're
but
gonna make
like
it better.
you're actually gonna make it better.
Sometimes, like
I mean, there's people sitting in jail right now listening to this that are probably like, shouldn't have done that.
or
Ruin my life for
or-
real.
or if you're like
This is a
terrible
philosophical.
rapper, or if you're like a terrible rapper, don't quit your job.
yeah. Don't quit your day
Yeah,
job.
you gotta
Yeah,
ruin
call
your life.
Josue first and get reviewed.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your
Like,
friends say you
ca-
suck,
Call your life coach Josue
there you
and see if you should ruin your life.
go. 1-800 ruin your life.
There it is.
Do you journal or like capture, your thoughts and like emotions like in like a certain way like that?
Oh, yeah, that's what my music is. That's
Okay,
like my
so
way.
like but you don't journal separately to your music. Like your music is your journaling.
Yeah, and then I take a lot of pictures. Like
Okay.
I found that when I was taking a lot of trips to Dominican Republic, I was like documenting everything with like video or pictures, and that was like my life journal. So I was actually looking back on all the trips, and I said, oh wow, I never realized like this is the thing I did. That was like therapy for me.
So you could kind of see like how you were feeling in your pictures based upon how you took stuff, or you mentally remember like what's that kind of?
Yeah, it was like the visuals, the colors, and the music. So I would take like if I listened to stuff I was making like when I was 19, it was like very dark, a lot of like shadows, a lot of blues, and I still have that, but now it's implemented with like warmer tones, a lot of browns. So it's like, and then a lot more greens. So maybe I'm like at a happier place, a place I'm more comfortable, and I'm also more myself. Like I feel like I say whatever I think, which a lot of times people say I shouldn't do that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like
Nah, that doesn't make for good podcasting.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like before I would kind of try to hide that, maybe because I was trying to get a certain client or I was trying to impress somebody. When I said my grandma's proud of me, I have nobody else to impress in the world.
Oh, that's cute.
So
What? How do you feel about grills, like teeth grills?
grills, I don't know. I mean, as a kid, I used to put like the
Like bubblegum wrappers?
yeah, like and everyone like had
Dude,
one.
did everybody in your fucking neighborhood do this?
He wasn't in my neighborhood.
Bro, where did you live?
I lived on 2nd Street.
Uh,
Where'd you live?
I lived on Chestnut.
That's not even close.
Whatever.
It's not even
I mean,
close.
it's
Can you
7 miles.
can you walk there?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it'll take you hours.
No, it won't. It will take you like 25 minutes.
It would not take 25 minutes. Fuck that. Bro, I used to walk the Tran High. It took me 30 minutes to walk the Tran High from 2nd Street.
Like 20 minutes. We're
Bro,
gonna
ain't no,
GPS it.
ain't no 20 minutes.
You said hours though. Let the record state.
Yeah,
It's
I was
20
thinking
minutes
like
is an
hour and a half maybe.
So like, yeah, you guys aren't in the same neighborhood if it's a 20-minute walk.
no,
Yeah.
but
I was by Columbus Park.
but same culture, I guess you can say.
I
It
was
was,
with the Guats.
We were talking. We
yeah, it's a bunch of guats.
dude.
Shout out the Guats.
We did an episode with a young lady who makes grills and teeth jewelry,
Oh shit.
and Gilmar brought up that story about how he used to wear bubblegum wrappers on his.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And
That
smoked the fake cigarette.
yeah.
Dude, I feel like I missed out on childhood.
You never did that?
Nah.
What's going on?
Well, we were, what, 12, 11 when that happened?
Yeah, what was that, like 08?
Yeah, he was
2006?
18 already, so I think he was past that stage of.
Yeah.
Of infancy.
I probably was too cool for school.
Yeah.
Probably too cool for Wrigley's Grill.
Yeah, you
You know
were.
what fun is, man.
Yeah, I missed out on
Oh,
childhood.
no, you didn't. You did a lot of crazy shit, Andrew.
Still have time. Still have time.
Yeah,
He's so tough.
I still have time. I make up for it pretty regularly.
Yeah, buy some gum right now and do it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Wawa after this and grill up.
It's never too late, bro. No, but we're gonna get real ones.
Yeah, we're gonna get
both of you.
We're gonna get gold canines.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some gold canines.
You were saying that.
Yeah, that's
No,
why.
but we got to connect. One of the cool things about the show is we meet cool people and then we get ourselves into things like grills.
I need to meet this person then.
Yeah, she's the grill plug.
Yeah, she's really dope. At what
The
she
Tooth
does.
Fairy. I gotta post that clip.
Tooth Fairy. Yeah, her name is.
I think they're dope.
It's Femgems.
Femgems. Yeah, we're gonna, dude, because we need to get like 6 people together for the party.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
if you're
grill
down.
party.
Yeah, dude, the gold canines. Let's see the gold canines we're gonna get. Yeah, like that
Post
one.
Malone got him right here.
The
That's
guy on
not
the
gold.
bottom. No,
She
go back
designed
up.
the ones for Post Malone.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
Okay,
Keep going.
right here.
Shout out Post
Keep
Malone.
going. Stop. Far right. Center. There you go.
Right here.
Yeah, the black dude's face.
But these are the bottom ones. I'm talking about the top ones.
Oh, it's a lady. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to get the top gold canines. These are
Yeah, but it's like the same, but same.
same but same.
Same, but different.
Yeah.
Where's she based out of?
Warrington, but she's coming to my house.
I have no idea where that is.
It's close to here.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's pretty far from
Somewhere in
from us.
PA.
Yeah.
Let's just say it would take you hours to walk there.
I mean, PA is big as fuck.
Yeah, it is, bro.
we stay keeping it big over here in Pennsylvania.
Right here.
There
You should
go.
come try it out.
I'm thinking of moving my studio to Philly.
To
because
Philly?
It's a bigger market.
Yeah,
But I can't find the spot in Philly I like.
just rob somebody.
Yeah, there we go. That's like everything
That's
I
how-
see is like Kensington, and I'm like, hell no.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
like what
that.
it is with. That's. I'm going to Philly tomorrow night, or what's today? Yeah, tomorrow night for a fight, and
Are you the one fighting?
no. We were going, and somebody was saying something about Philly, and I'm like, dude, we're going to Philly with like all cops and jiu-jitsu athletes. Like, I'm pretty sure things are gonna be okay.
Holy shit. What's going on here? What are you guys doing? You guys fighting some people?
Alex is in a fight.
Getting rowdy?
Yeah, Alex Climatic has Climatic.
Damn, that
The
sounds
dude
pretty
from
cool.
the gym.
It's fire.
His second amateur fight. His first fight, he dominated.
Boxing?
MMA.
Oh,
Shit.
complete mixed martial arts? He's grappling, standing.
It's complete.
Oh shit, not just jujitsu.
Now I'm gonna
That's
take
awesome.
a camera too, probably. I think this time.
Yeah, get some photos. That's dope.
So you produce your own content as well? Because
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
So you design, build, produce your own content?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I wrestle dudes.
Wrestles dudes.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's a genius in business, in my
Jiu-jitsu.
opinion.
Genius in business. It doesn't feel like that right now. It doesn't feel like that.
You're
right
on
now.
your way. You
your top
got
three
it though.
businesses?
We
advice?
learned some lessons.
Yeah, we did.
Some
we
lessons have been learned.
Oh, really? What were those lessons?
I feel like we'd have to do another episode.
Did. Yeah.
Top business advice then.
What I guess top business advice. That's hard on the spot. I guess I'll give you like what I'm thinking about right now.
Word.
And I kind of was going to talk to Gilmore about maybe doing an episode about this book I'm reading, but I want to read like 1 or 2 more books on the subject before we do the episode. But there's this thing called the Enneagram. Enneagram. I can never pronounce it right, and Ariel will kill me for it. But it's ENNEA gram.
Okay.
And it's this like several thousand-year-old idea that there are fundamentally like 9 personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like you are fundamentally like 1 through 9. You are one of those. And then you have like a 1, like whatever number you are, you have like 2 versions of that. And the whole concept of this is like where a lot of personality tests, they label you. Like if you take a personality test for your job or something like that at work, like
I've
you're
seen
working
this
at
before.
you're working at Applebee's, they'll be like, okay, you're this, so this is like we don't want you here. Whereas this thing, like it's so old that I'm still like that's what I want to do more research on like the history of it before I like start talking about it a lot. But like if you know what number you are, there's no harm in labeling yourself, because the whole concept of labeling yourself is it doesn't say like, hey, this is what you are.
Mm-hmm.
It says like, hey, this is what you are, but this is what you are if you're unhealthy, This is what you're like if you are spiritual healthy. This is what you are if you're like maximum healthy. This is what you can do to get there.
Okay.
These are what your character traits are. Like these are how you default to do. Like this is what you're thinking. And then, but like, so like if you know about yourself and you know like how, like, oh, I do this type of thing. It's like harmful for my growth. Like you can like acknowledge it. But what also makes it extremely powerful is if you study the numbers enough, I can be like, hey, Gilmar, and like, I'm not going to, like, I don't know what Gilmar is. I haven't thought enough about it yet to say, hey, Gilmar, like, you're a 6. You're a loyalist, which I think is a 6, right? Let's see.
Yeah, 6.
Say you're a loyalist. Like, and I'm his boss or we're on a team together. I know how to talk to him and treat him to get like the best results out of our relationship.
So you're trying to become like a better manager, I guess.
I'm trying to like be a better manager of myself, and then in return, like make less mistakes managing people. Because sometimes like, and like you probably have this too. Like you're all go. You like sometimes you might interact with somebody and you're like, dude, where is this person's go? Like why do you act like you do not give a shit about anything? And you're like, oh well, this person's like, this is like they're the helper. They just want to be told like, hey, this is what I need from you. Like,
which is okay.
There's nothing wrong with any. All of these 9 things have their pros and cons. Like there's not any, like I've read all the numbers and there's not any one person that I'm like, oh, I wish I was that. It's like you read it, you're like, oh, that's I can see that. And then you start thinking about people being like, oh, that's so-and-so's like that. Or my brother's that person. Like, that's why we have this conflict all the time. Like, so it helps you be a better person and interact with other people. So like I think in business right now, if I'm giving advice, I would think you would want to learn how to communicate on like a spiritual level like this. Because if you can understand yourself and you can like communicate on this level to someone else on any, like in a relationship, on any relationship, you will like get better. You will get like the best results, in my opinion.
You got to be honest with yourself, like
But you have to be able to know, like, hey, I'm a challenger. Hey, like when I get pressured, I'm gonna behave like this. So I need to not do that, so I don't fuck this relationship up. So like it's kind of things like that.
I had to learn to read people like that, like based on like on our interactions. Like there was a lot of times where I said, why is this like you said, like why is this person like that? They don't like doing shit. Yeah. And then I just said, oh, that person, that's not their role. This is their role. They're great at that. They're not great at this. And I just would have a conversation with them and say, hey, what do you want? You have to be honest. Like before we start any form of business, before we do anything, like if it's music and I'm working with somebody, it's, hey, how do you see music? Is this like a hobby for you, or are you like actively pursuing it? And they're like, oh, it's just something I like to do when I get off work. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is not the place for you. We could hang out and have a few beers, but we're not making music because I'd feel like I'm wasting my time. Yeah. Because that's not where I'm at. And that's fine. Like some people would get upset because you told them that. And I said, no, like you have to understand it. We have different goals.
So I guess like the second thing I would say then is being okay with conflict.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That would probably be like the second thing. It's like being okay with conflict. Like I've gotten to a point with conflict. I'm not great with conflict. Like I tend to I'm either too aggressive or I'm too quiet. Like I have no mid-range. Yeah. So like I've had to work a lot on being like, this is like identifying, hey, something's bothering me. Because like sometimes you can just go with the flow, and then next thing you know, you're like, hey, that bothered me 2 days ago, and I didn't realize it. So it's like taking the time to be like, hey, all right, we need to have a discussion right now, and it's not going to be comfortable, but it's the best for what needs to happen. And I think that a lot of times, I see it all the time where, something's not right, and you want to fix it, or you like, I'll try and fix it, and whoever is the responsible person that can fix it for me, like avoids blame, avoids this. And I'm like, no. Like I don't like I had a carpenter on a project the other day where I was like, hey, like the ceiling looks great that you did, but like this one piece of wood doesn't match any of the other pieces of wood. I need that changed. And then he starts making it like excuses for like why there's a gap in this one spot, why there's, and I'm like, and I literally had to, and it probably took me 4 or 5 times to be like, look, stop. Like finally I had to be like, look, I'm not talking about that. That looks great. Like you're trying to like make this big, tornado of issues. And I'm literally just being like, change this fucking piece of wood here. Stop like making a mountain out of like a little hole right here. Like just chill. And if he was just like, yeah, sure, no problem, I'll change that, the conversation would have been over and we would have been like, but like we kept going and being like, I'm like, so sometimes people feel threatened when they're not. Like I'm not challenging you, I'm not blaming you, I'm not doing anything, but like he probably felt like he was being attacked a little bit maybe, and then immediately gets on the defensive, which is like, it's so hard to manage people when they're on the defensive.
You have to like really be able to like read that. Like I said, read people. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes it's like stuff that like has nothing to do with you. Maybe like their childhood, somebody like whatever.
Exactly,
It's
and that's
wild.
like that's why these numbers are so good, because if you know, what's like a good one, like one that's like so like I'll do myself because that's the fairest. I'm number 8. I'm a challenger, so like I'm like flaws with me is like my personality sometimes can be too big and overwhelming that like I put people off, but I don't realize that. That's the number 8. So like you have to, but they're also on the the converse side, like they're great organizers of people and like builders of organizations and things like that. So it's like you have to know like, hey, in an unhealthy setting, like I'm too big of a person in a small room. Like I can be too like loud or whatever my personality, whatever the number 8's personality thing is. But at the same time, like if I harness that and know when to like calm it down, I can also like bring people together and like so it's a lot of like being honest with yourself.
Do you find that you could like that you should have people that like balance you out?
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, like I really, based upon like how I was brought up and like other different things, like I really shouldn't have a successful relationship with my wife for like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't like, I got lucky enough to meet someone that like helped me put a lot of those like missing pieces together to have a relationship. Like most times you have to put those pieces together and then you get the quality relationship. Like I got very lucky that like she helped figure that out for me. But she's a number 2. She's a helper.
Okay.
So like a number 2 and a number 8, that's like by accident. Those are 2 very powerful numbers together.
Nice.
So like you kind of want to like when you're building your organization, like you would never want to like, for instance, and Gilmar, I'll understand this, like you would never want to put me and Nick Cornea like in a small business together.
It's not gonna work.
We would shred the whole place apart.
Yeah.
Because like his personality, he's probably an 8 too. Or he might be a number 3.
3 is achiever.
Yeah. So like those people that are like competitive, like he might be a number 3 because he's very easygoing, except for when he's not. Whereas I'm like not really ever easygoing. I try to be, but it's not like my instinct.
Yeah.
So like you want to put like 2 number 8s together in like a company of 3 people. Like you're gonna have a bad fucking day. So like you want to be like, so like for instance, like if you're gonna go and find a business partner, and you really really know this, and you meet someone that's like, oh dude, you're a helper. It's like, oh shit, like this might be good. Like what kind of helper are you? Are you a helper? But like you see how the numbers are like connected. So you have like 2, 8 or 2, 4, and then you have like the 1, 2, 3. So like there's ones that are like mine is called, there's triads. Like there's groups of 3. So like mine is the I think mine's called like the gut triad, and it's the most emotional one. So like you're either really in touch with your emotions or you're not, or you're explosive, or like, so like there's all these like little like levels to this whole thing that ultimately make you a better people person.
Okay. So how do you say that word?
Yeah, I have the same problem.
Enneagram, I think. Enneagram.
Enneagram. It's
I'm not even gonna try this.
Enneagram.
Enneagram.
Yeah.
So I always butcher it because I say it too fast. So
I wonder what mine is.
What your thing is?
Yeah. How do I find that out?
There's a test I can send you.
Oh, okay.
But I would say read the book.
Okay.
The test is like, it doesn't. The test tells you, but like unless you read the book and you read all the information, it doesn't mean as much.
Interesting.
It like gives you like the whole. Like, once you read the whole chapter on yourself, like you read it and you're like, that's me.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely an 8. I see that 100%.
What are you, Gilmore?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what I'd be.
You're like a 9.
You think I'm a 9?
4.
No, I think I think
7 too.
I don't know. You might be a peacemaker.
I don't know.
You're very calm. Like I'd have to go back and read like the chapter again.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the problem. That's why I wanted to say like that's why I was saying like before like I want to do more research into this so that like when I'm talking about it, I'm not pulling from my asshole like the depths of my asshole.
The depths. I feel that. That's pretty deep.
Very deep.
Yeah, very
Dark
deep
hole.
asshole.
Yeah, it's very deep and dark. But yeah, dude, I feel like we got off on a wild tangent here, and I appreciate you coming on. For
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
What, Gilmar, do you have anything to say to Josue or Joshua?
I love
Joshua?
you too, if that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love you. No, just
You're just gonna mouth it.
I'm excited for him to put out his album. He gave me he let me listen to it like 2 nights ago, and it was fucking sick. It was beautiful. It was really good. Took me to a different place. You could tell he as the young kids would say, he was in his bag with this one. Like he really was. The instrumentation's really good.
In his bag with this one.
Yeah, bro. The instrumentation was insane. He has this one interlude that he was like, what was your favorite song or whatever? And I told him I really like the interlude. It's just his mom speaking, his grandmother speaking, but it's over this beautiful. Your friend Mike played it, right? Mike played the guitar, just beautiful, and it just took me to another place. It just, I don't know, it made me a little emotional. It was crazy. So I'm excited for people to listen to it. It's different. It's really different. You can't really pin it down to one genre or anything. It's cohesive, but it's also a bunch of different things, but it all makes sense. So,
dude, I can't wait to listen to it now.
Yeah, it's great. And it's all in Spanish.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You went to Colombia, you should be good.
Yeah, you should be all right.
I speak okay Spanish.
Is it like gringo Spanish?
Gringo Spanish, yeah.
Like queso.
Yeah.
Queso.
Me amo Andrew.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, my Spanish is it's ebbed and flowed over the years. Like I felt more fluent when I was younger, working around like kitchens and traveling and doing that. And then as I get older, if I don't watch Spanish content or listen to music or do like the Duolingo app or anything like that, like I feel it slowly like
it's such a hard language to learn too. Like
yeah.
I feel like we don't realize how hard learning, and then you have like all these different countries speak different Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm watching a show from Argentina right now. I had to turn, mind you, I speak perfect Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I had to turn the subtitles on.
Because the words they use.
Bro, they kept using this one fucking word, pelotudo. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know what the fuck that means. What does it mean?
Pelotudo.
Does it mean like you got a lot of hair?
It can mean like dickhead, asshole, stupid,
Hello, because I got the head in there. Yeah.
And then I was watching Spanish shows from Spain. Like
Pelotudo. I'm going to use that.
They would say gilipollas.
Gilipollas, yeah.
And then I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck does that mean?
It means
that's
like clown.
It's like their other, or it could be like dickhead, asshole.
Yeah, dickhead, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do
All
they
the
spell that? Is
insults.
that spelled like chicken though?
Huh?
Pollas? Like
Gilipollas.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Or-
A double L.
It's like an insult.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Guatemalans have like their insults.
Cerote.
Cerote, yeah.
the
like-
first time that was like an oh shit. Like I knew about the dialects and things like that and traveled and got around it. But when I was in Spain, my brother and I were cruising around. Everything was going real smooth. And then we fucking got to Barcelona. We came off the train. We came up the escalator. And all the fucking signs were in a different Spanish.
Yeah.
And I called my friend who we were meeting up with. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading right now. All these, like a lot of these words are a lot different.
Wild.
And I had no idea that Catalan was like
Yeah.
such a different
Very different.
Like imagine Philadelphia just speaks a different language. People don't realize like that's like what I'm talking about here.
All
Like
use.
you have like different things like Stavros does it the best, dude. All use guys.
Yeah, all use guys.
Come down here with your cheese steaks.
Philly.
Stop.
So it's probably like whatever.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, it is wild.
So everyone speaks so it's a very hard language to learn, I would say.
Yeah, but if you know some basic Spanish, check out Josue's album.
Yeah, there we go.
It's great.
I don't even think you need to know Spanish.
Yeah, no, you can just hear it. Like
vibe.
again, the instrumentation, everything is
I heard he has the voice of an angel.
incredible. He manipulates his voice really well.
I can't sing.
He can't sing, but it sounds like he can. Yeah. No, but I'm excited for people to listen to it. It's honestly, it sounds better than. It sounds like it was made at a Grammy Award-winning studio, because it should be. But
Grammy Award-winning artist on
artist, yeah, there's a Grammy Award-winning artist on it. So
On your album.
yeah.
Just he's like, yeah, big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we spend a lot of time, so it's been fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like I think one of the projects I'm most proud of.
How long did it take you to put this one together?
I released
working on it in Corona until now.
Yeah, so I released an album in 2019, and then I released like a live album right when COVID started, which fucked everything up. So since then, I've been working on it, I guess, since then. So.
Yeah. When you release an album, do you feel like a little piece of you is like put to rest, or like you close a chapter? Because like you're working on something for 2 years really hard, putting all that like creative energy into it, and then when you put it out, it's like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah, but not instantly. Like looking back at it, like I feel like, so I did 2 albums because I was part of a group with my buddy Peter Notaje, and like they were like very sad albums, but nobody really could tell. I guess how me and him knew, like we were joking, like, damn, Peter, we're fucked up. Like, is this what we're making right now? And like we both knew it, we would both just laugh, like. But like we weren't sad at making it. It's not like we were in the studio crying.
Yeah,
right?
but that was just the vibe at the time.
Yeah. Like we're like, but like we were like, I'm like, oh fuck, like this is a sad. Like that was a really it's a great album too.
Yeah,
and like a lot of like the
I'm
writing.
excited to go home and listen to more.
Yeah, that one was really fun. This was like we were still young. We started it when we were like 16, and it didn't come out till I was like 22. So it was like every piece of us. So it was like, it like even evolved.
Yeah, because when I was 16 to 22, like I probably changed like 20 different times.
That's that album, and it like closed that chapter.
Yeah.
Like after.
So that's kind of like what tattoos are for some people. Music
shit.
are kind of like your tattoos. So like you look back and it's like it has that same permanence, and you can look like there's pieces of like the tattoos that I have that I'm like, oh, like this was going on when I got that one. This was like what I was going through when I got that one. So like that's kind of like what it is for you. It's kind of like when you're 80 years old and you go back and you listen to this, you're gonna probably go right back to like what was going on at that time.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
He put up the stupid ass picture.
Did I miss a picture right there?
Dumbass Photoshop stuff on Trey songs.
This is when I was fit.
Stupid as hell.
It works, dude. Your jawline like fits on his neck pretty well. The head
So
could be
fucking
blown
dumb.
up a little bit.
I had somebody from the Dominican Republic call me like, when did you get so strong? And they were like super serious.
Hey, yo.
But yeah, that's what albums are for me. They like close chapters. There's some songs that I still like don't like to listen to because I don't like remembering like that stage.
Yeah.
Although I know I'm like, oh, this is such a good song, and like when people play it, I like get like a little uncomfortable. It almost feels like it wasn't made for like other people. Like it almost feels like I made it for myself. Which sounds like super selfish. Like I'm like, just play that shit on your own. Like I don't want to hear that shit right now. Like, it was a different time for me. Not that the music is bad or I'm ashamed of it. It's just like I just don't want to remember that.
That's like when Richie did the year of music.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah, he still does stuff. He hasn't put anything out. You met Richie at a party that I had.
Your boy that he has like one album out.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he's really good.
When last time
No Instagram.
we had him on the podcast about Richie Navigator.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Richie. There we go.
Yeah.
He's good.
He the last time we had him on the podcast, he was putting out like a song a day.
Oh shit,
Like he was just like making a song every day.
that's dope.
But like the whole premise of it was like he was going through some dark shit because he was just like some of the music was not uplifting.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, oh no.
Well, what we did was we like disguised it in like very happy songs, and nobody could tell it was like sad songs. And then I'm like, I can't believe nobody fucking realizes that this is not a happy song. So it was kind of interesting. Like this one, this is called Medicine, and it's about you just wanting to like escape. And it sounds like a love song, but you're like, I don't feel like being here or going to work. I just wish I had somebody to go to the beach with. And it sounds like super like up tempo. And then it's like one of our favorite songs to perform. It doesn't feel sad no more. Oh, this is Vaso Lleno.
Yeah.
This one was fun.
Yeah, I was there to shoot this. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, oh shit.
I'm pretty sure this is. Like it was me and Edgar. Edgar and I were manning cameras.
Edgar?
Yeah.
Shout out Edgar.
It's a different Edgar. This is a.
Is there an Edgar?
Yeah, this is a proper Edgar. This isn't a Nokemaka Edgar. This is a different.
Edgar?
No, this isn't yeah, no, this is.
I think he had it when he was little.
He probably did.
Dude, what if he was like the one that brought the stink bugs in, but brought the haircut in?
The Edgar cut.
You know, because there was like one person that came overseas with like a shipment of stink bugs. What if Edgar brought in the original Edgar?
Fucking Edgar, bro. No way he did
He just
that.
came into school one day and just brought it with him.
Shout out all the Edgars in the world.
Yeah, shout him out.
Yeah, and if you don't know what an Edgar is, it's too late for you.
It's too late.
You know.
They've already arrived.
They're all Puerto Rican.
They're all Puerto Rican or Mexican.
Yeah.
Or Mexican.
Dude,
The
I
originators.
just can't stop getting those videos in my goddamn fucking feed.
You're fucked, dude.
I'm so
The Edgars.
The
Yeah.
Edgars, yeah, dude. I get them nonstop.
Our friend Edgar shares them all day. Like he says, people send them to him.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was sending them to Gilmore, and I just had to stop. I tried to stop my feed from getting them.
Yeah, now you're trying to affect me with that virus.
I don't click them anymore because I want them to go away.
The Edgars.
The best is the Jason Edgar, where he's got like the mask on but the haircut.
Damn, you're too deep in. I haven't seen that one yet. You're fucking deep in.
That was the Halloween one.
I don't think I saw that. Holy shit. You're deep in, bro.
Yeah, I'm so deep in. Did you see that Hasbullah video of them like speeding in Vegas and like the cop like driving past the cops?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my god, I'll show you that later. But anyway,
Fucking guy.
dude, it was really fun to have you on.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for
for having
having
me.
I feel like we need to wrap it up before this gets like any more down.
If you got this far,
Yeah.
you better listen to the album.
Yeah, listen to the
and
album.
watch the next episode.
All right. Well, this is No Prisoners Podcast. Listen, subscribe to the show. We're gonna record an intro so that the show we hit it in the beginning, and then you'll already know what Josue's information is because it'll be in the beginning of the show. So if you're listening right now, you'll know the dark secret that we re-recorded the intro to the show.
Now you know.